Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you very much for coming. Robin would have been delighted. It's very difficult to encapsulate such a career as such a man in very few words. But you know what he's done, you know the canon, you know the catalogue, you know the statistics. You know that he was one of the most successful songwriters of the last century, which is phenomenal when you think of some of the writers that have been around. And that includes Tim Rice, of course, is here. And Tim will be the first to say he was an exceptional songwriter and it was an amazing gift. And if Robin were here, he'd say, I wasn't one of the best, I was the best. But aside from that, a lot of people knew him, everybody that knew him loved him. Some people knew him better than the personal side of Robin, who liked nothing better than not to be showy. He wasn't a showy rock star, he wasn't a showy pop star. He loved writing songs, he loved performing songs. That's what his life was about, really. And his happiest moment was sitting with Ollie in the garden, cup of tea, in the sunshine, job done, that was it. And Robin was one person that didn't want to let go. He would rather be here. Some people think he had enough now, but not Robin. He always had that one more song to write, never a number 2, never a number 3, he said, we always write a number 1. And they did. And he was an exceptional character in many ways, because although he was very humble, wasn't flashy with his money, he also supported so many charitable causes. He was the first one to put his hand up saying, I'll help. What do you want? I'll help. Whereas a lot of people thought that they all spend their money and do whatever they're doing. Robin was always there for every charity. He was a very good man in that respect, and was there for everybody. If anybody wanted him to do anything to help him, and I know that on occasions he's helped people very quietly, charities, just give them a little something on the side, don't make any fuss. That was the sort of man he was. It was a privilege to work with him, it was a privilege to write with him. I was very privileged that he sang one of my songs. It was a privilege to know him as a person. It was a privilege to know him as a friend. And I think I speak to everybody here when I say we really, really miss him. Will you please welcome Dwina and RJ to do the unveiling. Thank you. Actually, I lied about that. My old colleague, chum, cricketing leader, is going to attempt to get on this wall. I remember the days that he could make it. And I remember the days in the dressing room when he stood behind me in cricket pavilions like this and I was a worried man. The days when we used to share a cricket box together, which is the most intimate thing probably a man can do, or even in our case us. Please would you welcome one of our greatest songwriters of the last century, and again he would say, yes, I was the greatest songwriter of the last century, Tim Rice.
I'd thank Mike, who's known as Mick to his friends. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, I've heard that one for such a long time, but I still love it.
I'm on now. To be quite serious, I was so delighted, BT-wise, that in the last decade, at least, of Robin's life, and of course, in the last few years of Morris's life, they were recognised as being great songwriters they were, because they seem to have hit after hit after hit in the 60s and 70s, and people say, oh, well, they're okay, they write great pop songs, but they were much, much more than that. And it was so rewarding to see that their great work, phenomenal work, up there with the Beatles, Elton John, great songwriters, as Nick said, that it was recognised by all and sundry. This huge crowd, I think, helps prove that. They were remarkable songwriters and terrific performers, entertainers. I happened to catch a BG show on television last night, which was filmed, maybe some of you saw it, it was shot in 2001. To see all three brothers there at the top of their form, singing great songs which range over 4 or 5 decades is very moving. And it's a great honour for me to have known them, a great honour for me to be able to help them. And then say that any new songwriters emerge in the rest of my life.
I think it's time for Dwina and RJ to not exactly scale the wall, but come somewhere closer.
Fruity.